2 days before we went to Zimbabwe, we had received a request from Malawi for search and rescue operations because they had also suffered heavy rains. But by the time it reached Mozambique, we were clear it was a cyclone. And we were able to trace the magnitude of the cyclone, and its worst point was in Mozambique. The devastation of the of Beira, the province of Beira, is shocking. Our biggest worry right now is that if the rains continue in that region, then the dam just outside Beira would break, and its waters would completely flood out Beira. But the devastation is severe. It is the worst cyclone of the century in Africa, and it caught us completely unaware, and we were not in a state of preparedness for it. But we have done everything we can, both as a continent, subcontinent, and as a country, to reach out to the people of Malawi, to reach out to the people of Mozambique, to reach out to the people of Zimbabwe. We have called on all NGOs in South Africa and interested parties around the continent to come and assist. As you know, as a SADC sub-region, we work very closely together, and when we do have catastrophes like this, they become not just a catastrophe of Zimbabwe or a catastrophe of Malawi, they become a regional problem. And so we have been out there. From the government side, we have put out the President has sent out the Air Force, and it has been very active out there. I met with them when I went down to Mozambique. From the NGO sector, we have mobilized Gift of the Givers, which works very closely with ourselves. We've mobilized Red Cross, and we've put out a call to everybody who is able to provide whatever need, might be needed in getting over this to come forward. And we've had a pleasant surprise from the support that we've received. We've also received from Naspers newspapers a R1 million donation, which we will turn over to one of the NGOs to work out what it is that is most necessary and provide it. But right now it seems like the cyclone is turning down, and our biggest problem is the finding of the bodies and the devastation that is going to cause to the families affected. And the second worst matter that is likely to confront us now is the feeding of the people. Because with the floods, it's not been, some areas have not been possible. It's not been possible for anybody to go there and provide them with the necessary food. And we are also calling on all NGOs that deal with health issues, please, to support this venture, because it's going to be a health problem. So first it will be, we hope that the rains tone down. Secondly, we need to concentrate on finding the bodies. Beyond that, we need to find food, and after that, we need to make sure that the health facilities are in place to assist. We were not able to get to Beira when we got there because of the strength of the winds, and also because it gets dark quite easily there. There is an airport there, but it doesn't operate after certain hours. But we managed to meet with the president of Mozambique, and he described to us the level of devastation that they're experiencing.
And just, Minister, going back on Wednesday to these countries, what types of assistance are you going to offer? And really just as a way of trying to assist for the South Africans, what can they do so that they try and alleviate this massive burden the countries are facing?
Well, we have put out a call, we put out a statement, and we're glad that we've had responses to those statements. Any South African who is listening and is touched by the story of this tragedy, we call on them to find the necessary NGOs in that areas. There are many of them working around this matter, but particularly Red Cross and Gift of the Givers. We are also calling on them, if they have access to DIRCO here, to call. We've put out a call number, and we would be able to pick up old clothes, extra food, or anything else that might help us to help the people of Mozambique.